Alright, so let me start off with saying that I am a big Yang fan. I love what the guy does. He brings in great things to the conversation, and when I'm judging him on this debate performance, it's solely based off my expectations of him, my very high expectations that he will set the bar for innovative ideas. Now, on my previous videos, speaking about Yang debate performances, and my pre-debate videos have all said that Yang has a big choice to make all of the time. Should he stick to the normal Yang route and bring in new, innovative, sometimes quirky ideas to the stage that people have never even considered before? Or should he become a main street conventional politician more so? And he has said in interviews recently that he has made an effort to make his campaign more welcoming and more conventional. So they've hired staffers from different campaigns that were moderate and that have handled moderate elections in the past to make Yang look more appealing to people who didn't think he was safe enough with his radical ideas. And in this debate, I think he tried combining the Yang side that we all know and love him for and the conventional side. He brought it together, and with that, I think he didn't do enough of either, if that makes sense. So, for example, on the big question where they asked him about him being the only person of color on the stage, he said he is happy about it, but also upset, basically, that he could be the only person of color on stage. And he spoke about that a little bit, went to a couple talking points that a Cory Booker would use perhaps. He even shouted out Cory Booker playing really friendly with everyone. He plays really friendly with people, with which doesn't really fit his constituent base. I feel like his constituent base would rather him go at people and to test their policies, but he does play buddy buddy with people, which hurts me to say, but it makes me question on what his prime motives are for the future. He has said he would be open to a vice president bid, which makes me like question like, are you in this for the long haul, or are you looking to be friends with everyone so you can get a job in their administrations? And can you please leave your comment in the description to let me know what you think about that? Do you think he is doing that, and what do you think about it if he is? So let me know in the description. But back to the question of the people with color, or the people of color. He ended that question by saying, all right, people of color, da 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 da. By the way, UBI. If we had a UBI, no other person of color, or there'll be more people of color in the future at the base stages. He guarantees if we had a UBI, more people of color would be involved in politics. So he goes on this big mainstream tangent and then says, oh yeah, UBI. The UBI is a complex issue. And I know this debate format is not set for an extreme discussion, but you have to have UBI founded. You have to have the foundation of UBI, or it just goes into the air. It doesn't really settle in. Because look at Medicare for All, for example, a policy that's accepted in the rest of the world. We think that's radical still. And the only reason it has a big support base now is because enough of the country is directly facing issues that this policy would alleviate. So when Yang speaks of the 21st century economy and automation, people will not be looking for a UBI until it's time, until they're really feeling it. We are a reactionary culture and political system. So if you're bringing up UBI now, you have to keep setting the stage for it, laying the foundation for it. And let me know what you think about that. Did he go far enough into these policies? Again, on corruption and money in politics. He speaks about women in politics. And in order to fight for women in politics, he brings up, I'm pretty sure it was democracy dollars. And again, he went on this mainstream tangent like, yay, pro equality and whatever. And by the way, democracy dollars. So again, he doesn't really go deep into that policy. By normal, everyday political standards, I think he had a very good debate. But by our standards on expanding this base and getting these ideas across to the more mainstream, I think he kind of failed on that regard. But I mean, this might help him be more safe for people. His opening statement was a little radical. I really like that. It was a little edgy. Um, he basically went at the media for constructing this whole Trump phenomena, and I thought that was a great moment. I really love that. I'm sure a lot of people on the more revolutionary side agreed with him, the more populist side. But just remember, a lot of the party is still really bland, really stuck in their ways, really stuck in the past. I mean, 35% of the party still wants Joe Biden to be the nominee, um, judging by the polls. So there's a lot of people that are not going to be accepting of Yang's ideas in general, and there's sort of a cap on the progressives in the race and the more populist. The Yangs, the Bernies, the Tulsis, and the Warrens to some regard. Biden could be a little bit of a populist, but as far as outsiders are concerned, there's a cap on that. And that cap is forever being expanded by the outsiders they bring into the process. So it's going to be hard for any of these candidates to extend their base beyond Bernie, who already does have more of a mainstream appeal just because of his widespread likability numbers. People love Sanders. Yang, his name recognition is not up. So I don't even know what my thoughts are about that. I went on a tangent there, but if you have any thoughts about any of the things I said, even about that ending part there or anything, please comment something, like this video if you thought I made any good points. Engagement on my videos really helps, and I'm going to start saying this in every video because the more engagement the video gets, the better it feeds the algorithm. Thank you for watching.